It's when I finally got to Houston that I realized that I can't be here in St. Louis. I realized you need to start taking steps if you want to see the life that you want. You can't wait for God to bring you the life that you want.
It's 7 in the AM, gotta rise up this early. Wanna soak up every experience, bright lines of a brand new journey. Here I am now, staring in the vast space, filled up with satisfaction. Green pastures, 45 acres, my love and singing children. Bring it home now.
Ever since I got there, it's the realization that this is what I could have. This is the life that I could have. This is the life I could be living. And I knew something was missing this whole time. And here it is. Here it is, what I'm looking for. And I have striven to find a way back to that ever since.
In the beautiful house of friends and family, sweet pie and Georgia sweet tea, board games and music on the TV. There I am now, holding my babies, heart melt when they need their daddy. Hold 'em tight, I love you, sweet dreams. I'll be here if you need me. I'm home now.
I feel like it's a masterpiece because it's bigger than Seven. Seven was the first real album that I made with 10 tracks. And out of those 10, I only like 2. But this one is profound. There are samples, there are voices, there's a story. In all of the tracks, there are homages to my old music, to other people, to real life figures. There's a narrator. Everything about it is profound.
I was born to be free, and you will respect.
I think my dad kind of had everybody afraid of him because he would do stuff and get locked up.
And it's all driven by a personal story, and it's driven by my grandmother's story because her story is personal to her and it relates to the South. It's driven by the broader idea of trying to bring people together, trying to redefine what it means to be American, trying to question the things that make us as a society and challenging that with the traditional conservative ideals of the South.
But it's the only home that I've ever known. But the South is what feels like home.
There was a time around January or February when we came back from the cruise that my mother asked me, what would you like to be doing right now if you were bored? And I told her, I said, I'd like to be swinging on a porch in Georgia with some sweet tea. And, adding to that fact, I would just love some little babies running around, my kids playing, having fun. And I'd like the love of my life to be beside me. And we're just in a house with miles of land and open space. Like my grandmother says, the country is just so open and vast. And it's just like, porch swaying was about the nostalgia. It was about being in peace, established comfort. It was about looking at life and feeling relief, right? The stresses of day-to-day life and the things that a lot of us go through in life, it was about, I want to move to that peaceful life. I want to find that peace in my life. And with, it's the slide guitar that I just adore, the slide guitar. And that sound of that instrument just makes me feel so calm. And that's another point I wanted to drive home with Porch Swing.
If that's what it takes, goodbye to what has been. Country life is calling my name.
Just, if you can just imagine it, just
as you reach a certain milestone
the
in
night
life, we often start to envision our
with the
future.
crickets chirping in the
If you're
background,
ambitious, you might find yourself craving a change of
sound of the
scenery.
breeze,
When that longing arises,
nothing but
take
peace and
action
quiet,
embrace the unknown. Staying
miles
in
of
your comfort
acres,
zone can lead to a lifetime
swaying
of
in the porch
stagnation.
at
If you're
peace
comfortable being comfortable,
with a drink.
you'll never grow.
It's just the woes of the world, the problems of your life are just not there. And it was just wishing upon a star for the life that I'm trying to get to. So Porch Swing was just all about trying to get to that calm that I know a lot of you all are living, and that I am trying to get to as well.
Texas weather, while I rock in the chair to the song.
Let Horses Ride, the fact that Let Horses Ride comes in after Porch Swing is supposed to be the calm transition, but also the realization that, hey, I'm free. It's about happiness. It's about joy. It's about getting to realizing that you are free from the constraints of money, of, for me personally, free of the constraints of money, wanting to be in a relationship, wanting a home, wanting kids. You're free from these problems. There's no more disrespect. There's no more rudeness. There's no more violence. Not to say that doesn't exist in the South, but it's just that you're moving towards a place of peace, and you realize that these woes are gone.
And I feel free without you in my life. What a free way to be living a new southern life. Smile ain't never been bigger till now. And now life looks so much bigger here on my own.
The bigger idea of Let Horses Ride is about, when I went to Houston, I always wanted to travel. I always wanted to see the world that I knew was out there. And it's the fact that I told myself I was going to rent a car. I was going to drive around. I was going to see this city, because this was my chance to finally be on a plane. And my sister said, I want to go with you. And I'm glad she went, because she calmed me down, because I was nervous. I had never rented a car before. I had never driven in a car that was not mine. I had never driven in a city that I had never explored. I was nervous. I didn't know how I was going to go. I didn't know what to do. And she kept me in peace the whole time. And the thing about it, though, that's discouraging is, while I'm so glad she was there, I didn't want her there. I didn't want her there with me. She hindered me in a way, because I don't want to travel with my family. I'm going through a period. That's the thing about it, is ever since I saw what I could have and the life that I could make for myself in Houston, and realizing how much your family impacts you, what you do, what you think, what you should do, where you should go, it made me realize I don't want them a part of me anymore.
What a moment. And you know, if we were in St. Louis, this wouldn't mean nothing to us. It wouldn't mean nothing to us.
I know that family is very important. Family is what's really the only thing that's worth a damn in this world, right? And I know family is central to Southern living. But for me, I feel like my family has weighed me down more than it has lifted me up. And I feel like the older that I get, the more they become dead weight. And it's the fact that my sister came along that I had to accommodate her. She needed to use the bathroom. She needs to eat. And then it's the fact that she's vegan, so she has to eat certain things. It put a hindrance on me because she means the world to me. But the problem is that because she means the world to me, I put her as a priority. But by putting her as a priority, I have put myself beneath her, of less importance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the picture is a way to remember the moment.
Right.
It's not the moment. You have to. Who is echoing? You have to be there. You just had to be there.
Right. I said right 3 times, but yes.
And I think that kept me from seeing the most of Houston. And it was a realization that it was a metaphor. It was a metaphor. It was a realization. It was the idea that why do I keep you with me? Why did I feel the need to keep you along? And it made me feel like I should have told her no. I should have told her, I don't want you to come with me. I don't want you by my side. I want to see this city myself. But all of that was necessary. All of that was necessary because it led up to the point of self-worth, selfhood, self-identity, realizing where I need to be, where I'm trying to go, and the things that I need to leave behind.
I'm riding on 4 wheels trying to find satisfaction. Hauling 19 pounds of hope and passion. I'm gone. I'm trying to take it past that Dixie line, sing cowboy hats, horses run wild. Take me to that southern light.
I took road trips around Missouri. And I invited another person because I was still a little nervous to travel alone. That was the first time I took a road trip. And while they didn't need a lot, you know, they even asked, do you want me to take over? Do you want me to drive for you? I can pay for this. I can pay for that. They were more considerate than my sister. It's still the fact of I'm traveling with somebody and I'm accommodating their needs and their wants. And so Let Horses Ride was about freedom. It's about freedom. It's about nobody is in my passenger seat. Nobody is beside me. I don't have to wait on you, listen to you. I don't have to hear anybody's woes, anybody's opinions, what you think, what you do and don't want. I don't want to hear anything but what I want to do. I can drive as fast as I want. I can blare my music as loud as I want. I can sing to the top of my lungs. I can do what I want, go where I want, leave when I want. And it's that level of freedom. That was the point of Let Horses Ride. It was the freedom of being alone, of being solo. And that was something I wanted to hit home and drive home for a lot of people, is that don't sacrifice your freedom.
Your cowboy hat on, singing them country songs. What's that highway I have I'm going down yonder. Going down I-44, I'm going down yonder.
I used to say, I'm afraid to travel alone. Now I say, I never want to travel with anyone ever again. So it's a stark contrast. And Let Horses Ride is about the freedom of the horses. You know, wild stallions are running in the field, going wherever they want. Their hair in the wind, freedom. And that's what, traveling to Houston, traveling to Texas, living in Texas, getting away from what doesn't serve you. That's what it's all about. That's what it really all boils down to.
Till the sun come rising up to the east.
There were times I didn't really want to sing this. I didn't really want to. I was tired. I'm tired, and I don't want to keep singing and pushing myself when we all need breaks. We all need to take moments to just relax and recoup. But I feel like there was such a message and such impact behind this album that I had to do it. So there were a lot of ups and downs, a lot of emotion tied behind it, of course. There was a lot of excitement. I just think that there's a lot of weight to this. And in the process of making it and seeing it come to fruition. But the way that I see it, I hope that you all will like it. But the way I see it is like, I worked my ass off. I'm trying to get into the Virgo mindset of diligence and detail and not settling for something that's not complete. And I worked for this album. So I know that I deserve for it to be put out. And I hope that other people will appreciate how much work has been put into this, because I only do this, right? I don't have help in what I do. Everything I do is me. So I don't really care about criticism. It bothers me when people criticize my singing voice, right? Because you all don't know the work that I have put in to developing my voice.
Amasa forma un familia en esta casa feliz y tranquila. Esa belleza para darte el mundo. Ahora mis sueños están muriendo.
You don't know how hard I try. And so it bothers me and it hurts if I don't get a good score, because that's all that really matters. How beautiful do I sound, And it bothers me if other people don't like that. But I think that's also subjective. But it's like, even if it is, I want to be good. I want to be good.
Love you, baby.
So how do I handle feedback and criticism? I care, but I don't. And if I do care, there's only one thing I care about.
What a great day it'll be tomorrow. Letting go of everything I had before. I'm down to a life I enjoy.
My family, they didn't really do anything. My family was pivotal because they made me realize that I am ready to separate. They made me realize that a new life is what I need, and it's not with them. I know that's harsh, but it's like, I know the life I can have, and I am tired of waiting for it to be handed to me, and I'm tired of settling for things that I know I don't deserve. So they have played a part in showing me that it's time for a new life. Yeah, definitely.